Hello, Miss Pam.
Malachi, how's it
Okay.
going?
I'm good. I'm good. What's on your mind, man?
Oh man. Okay, I know this is not our usual topic of conversation,
Hmm.
and I'm not really into celebrity gossip that much, but I came across something yesterday.
Okay, what's up?
So, Kim Kardashian
Hmm.
released a new line off of her Skims collection.
Okay.
Okay. Um, what it is female underwear,
Okay.
but the front area is covered in fur. So,
Okay. Okay.
so apparently, okay,
Okay.
apparently
Apparently,
it's sold out
it's sold out.
and she generated $400 million.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
I was talking to my female coworkers
Hmm.
and, and they said, why? Because women are trying to get rid of hair,
Okay.
not put on something to show it.
Okay. Okay.
So, I guess I would love to know. I
Yeah.
mean, your audience and how they feel about that, but mostly male perspectives, because is this something guys would typically find attractive, or is it something that they would buy their significant other? I don't know. Like, I just, I don't even know. I found it so interesting but funny at the same time, because if you and I
Yeah.
were to sell something like this,
Yeah.
I don't think it would fly.
I think it'll sell.
You think
I,
so?
I think. See, you know, you know what? I think it'll sell because just you got shock value first of all, right?
Definitely.
And at the same time, you know what? I think it's. See, there's a reason why it sold out, right? What I don't know. You're a woman. Why did it sell out? What do you think?
I don't know.
What you mean? You're a woman, man. It's women underwear.
Honestly, it's not something that I would look to buy. And if somebody gave it to me,
Yeah.
I don't know what I would say.
See, at the
I
same.
think I'd be speechless.
Okay, what is Kim Kardashian known for?
Except for her infamous sex tape.
That's it. That's it, right?
Right.
So the
But she's built an empire.
off of that tape.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So what it is that she has a ton of followers that engage in that kind of world, right? So I honestly think like it's I think it's her followers, man, because realistically it's really her followers buying that, right? Unless you're gonna buy it for a joke, you know what I mean?
That's what I would have thought if somebody gave that to me. Is this a prank?
Would you wear it?
No.
Nah. Okay. Now, was there a reasoning behind it? Is the
I
fur
have
like?
no idea, to be honest. I didn't look too much further into it, but
And
because that alone just, I don't know.
you know that brings up a very good topic, right? Because okay, okay. Kim Kardashian, like, you know, she had an episode with that Ray J tape, right?
Right.
She had an episode with the Ray J tape, and the tape. I mean, sorry, in the episode, she was crying. Her mom was crying. Everybody was crying, and she was trying to insinuate that like Ray J just put out the tape by himself. But it came out a little bit later that she had to sign off, and the mom signed off. It was actually the mom was it Kris Jenner? It was actually Kris Jenner's idea.
Yeah.
And she was the one that marketed the whole thing, right?
Oh, yes. I heard about that. Yes.
Correct. So now when I sit there and I'm like, okay, you know what? This woman, her mom, right? And her, do you believe she was sexualized, or do you think she sexualized herself?
I think the mom may have had some influence on it. Yes.
Sure. And
Yes.
Kim was a willing participant,
Yes.
obviously. If she's up in the.
I mean, yeah, she has a decision to make.
You
She
see
could
what
have
I'm
said
saying?
no.
So now, because for a lot of years, they assumed that she was a victim, right?
Right.
So now she releases that underwear, right? Do you think that's sexualizing herself again?
Yes.
Okay. So the topic is that I see this is a topic I want to actually touch on because it's like it's if you sexualize yourself, can you be upset when the world sexualizes you or only sees you for one thing? Because in a couple of episodes, she got angry because she was like, somebody was like, what are you talented at? Right? And she got angry because she was like, what do you mean? I'm more than this sex tape. But is she more than that sex tape?
No, because when you hear her name, that's what you associate her with. That's the first thing you think of.
Correct. So I guess she's being a good businesswoman because she's just adding on to that legacy, right?
I guess so.
Because if she came out with like wholesome clothing, covered up stuff, you know what I mean? It would have sell
Yes, anything would sell.
for Kim.
I think so.
If she came out with like outfits where she's completely looking wholesome and stuff like that, you think people are gonna buy that?
I think they would buy anything that has her name on it.
Well, okay, I would assume.
I think so.
You think
It's
so?
like you said, her followers.
Yeah, but her followers are individuals that dwell in that realm. Her followers is not the same followers Michelle Obama will have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Flies messing with you.
Oh, I swear.
It likes what it sees, man. So what you got the cologne on? That's why there's new cologne.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
that
they
what
love
I'm
that stuff, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What can I say? I always smell good. No.
So, whose responsibility is it to stay respectable?
You mean in terms of women?
Yeah, in terms of women. Well, because we're talking about Kim, right? Because Kim will get mad if she's like being if she feels like somebody's sexualizing her. Kim will get mad. But can you get mad if you sexualize yourself?
No.
You can't get mad.
No.
Okay. So you would think whatever Kim gets after this
Well, because
launch of these panties with fur, obviously she's not gonna get, she's gonna get some comments. She's gonna get a
of
whole
course she will.
But she complain? Can she complain?
No.
Oh, okay.
But why would she complain? That was her idea. She didn't have to.
But so it's a lack of accountability, though, because a lot of the times, because realistically, we don't really have to do anything, right?
No, we don't.
But accountability comes in the form of some people do a whole bunch of stuff without realizing that there's consequences for every action they do.
Of course there is.
Like I had a discussion with some women, and the conversation was, should women be should they be judged according to their past body count?
No.
You should, or you should
You
not
shouldn't.
be. You should not be.
No.
Okay. Why?
Why does it matter what's happened in your past?
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. You work in you work in what, air conditioning?
No, water heater.
Water heaters, right?
Yeah.
So in like pretty high end water heaters, right? Okay, so not too many people could just come in and buy those things cash, right?
No.
They need credit, right?
Yeah, we only sell to wholesalers and distributors.
Okay, so they would have to. They're pretty expensive, so somebody would need credit. How does credit determine? How is credit determined?
Oh, just based on your financial background.
What's your credit score determined by?
You as a person.
So yeah, so to afford one of these expensive machines, right? You have to put it on credit, right? But your credit is based according to your past
Yeah.
credit spending habits, right? Now you have that beautiful condo, right? You pay cash for it?
No,
You had to get a mortgage, right?
of course.
Balling like that?
Qualify.
Okay, you have to qualify. I thought you, because you're a Bali man, so I thought you actually paid for it cash.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I'm just rolling in the dough.
okay. So you had to get you had to get a mortgage,
Of course.
which is based on your credit profile,
Yeah.
which is based on what you have done in your past,
Yes.
right? The job you have right now, right? Okay. The job you have right now, right? You gave him a resume, right?
Of course.
Okay. And
You have to do background check, of course.
your
Yeah.
background check on what? Your past, right?
Your past.
Okay. And your resume stemmed from maybe when you first got employed up until the moment, right? So from your first job matters up until now.
Yes,
They
it
didn't
does.
just go from your previous job.
Oh no, because they have to look at your overall experience,
Okay.
right?
And if you got fired in your past, you know what I
course.
mean? Because if you kept on quitting or kept on getting fired, would that indicate if you're going to be stable at the new location, right?
Of course, it'll indicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're being promiscuous or you had difficulty staying in relationships, right? Or you had difficulty in picking the right individual, right? Wouldn't that be something that the current partner would want to know, because they're trying to keep you for life? If they're trying to keep you for life, they need your credit score, right?
Okay, so I think to a certain degree, like I think I don't need to know how many people you slept with.
But it doesn't matter with guys, though. Why?
Yeah.
Why doesn't it matter with guys?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. The reason why it doesn't matter with guys is because, okay, if a guy had an option, ideally, if a guy had an option, right, would he want a girl that's a virgin?
Some do, some don't.
Okay, averagely, most guys, like, you know what I mean?
Guys, yeah, won't.
Most guys won't or will.
Or will, yes.
Oh, absolutely, right? Do they want to be the only person and the first person that girl has ever experienced
Oh, I'm sure.
in every category, right? Now, let me ask that question for a woman, right? A woman's, let's say, mid-30s or whatever. She wants to settle down and get married and all that kind of stuff. Same thing.
Yeah.
And then she finds out this guy has zero experience. Does she want a guy experienced or no experience? Doesn't even know what he's doing.
Typically experienced.
Okay. So it's not guys that determine this. Women, you are the one that determine that the guy's body count doesn't matter, because in order for a guy to be experienced, he has to have a body count, right? But men, they don't want no experience. So their body count, so therefore, if you have like a 28, 30, 50, 100 body count,
Oh my God.
that matters to a guy. But also it goes a lot deeper than that, right? Because, statistically even shows that, women that have had more than 5 sexual partners before they get married, right? That had more than 5 sexual partners, their ability to stay in that committed relationship without like bouncing out of it drastically drops to like 20%. So if you had one partner, your odds of being married is 80.
Wow.
Over 5, it drops to 20. And there's a reason for that. See, why is there a difference? Why does it matter for a man when it comes to commitment, why does it matter for a woman, but it doesn't matter for a man? But these are statistics, right? It's not,
Right.
I'm making this up. This is actual facts right here. I'm not making it up.
That's interesting. I just thought it wouldn't really matter.
Because you don't want it to matter. But let me flip it then. Let me flip it, because when it comes to women, the number one thing a woman wants is security, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Now, and I'm saying that I bring up scenarios like Cassie and Puffy, and I said that I'm like, yo, if Puffy wasn't Puffy, if he wasn't a millionaire, would Cassie give him the time of day? No,
Probably not. Yeah.
probably not, right? If I'm even thinking with Steph Curry, the way Aisha Curry's dragging him through the social media, right? Like, if that was the guy she originally wanted, would she respect him? Obviously, but she kept on saying, "Yo, I didn't even like this guy. It's not even the guy I wanted."
But also, why now?
Why now?
Yeah. Why bring that up now after all this time?
Because usually, this is kind of interesting though, because if a girl meets you and let's say you guys are 14, 15 years old and the girl meets you and when she meets you, you're this little punk trying to run her down, right? You're a little puppy trying to run her down and she's the big dog, right? She's superior to you, right? Even if that changes naturally later on in life, she's still going to see you as that little boy that's running her down. You know what I mean? So right now, Aisha Curry still believes that she's superior to Steph Curry. You know what I mean? But times has changed.
But why does the whole world need to know?
She loves attention. She actually came on national TV and she said she's jealous of Steph Curry because Steph Curry has a whole bunch of girls running him down in his DMs, but she has zero male attention. She craves that male attention even though she's married. That's what she said in her own words, right?
Oh boy.
Women, they value security a lot more than I'm assuming fidelity. You know what I mean? Like, would you what's the number one thing in your arsenal when you're when you're getting married? Number one thing you want, you can't go without
I want them to be stable.
security.
Yeah,
You want it to be stable because if they're not stable, they can't take care of you.
that's right.
So therefore, when you look at a guy, you're not really looking at the first thing you're looking at is stability.
Yes.
That doesn't really involve his body count. It doesn't matter.
Right. That's why
see what I'm saying?
That's why I'm saying, why does it matter?
Because the guys look at you for stability,
Not
financial.
yes.
Do guys look at you for financial stability?
Not all the time. No.
No.
There might be certain people that will say like you need to have a job.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But most guys look at you for such
No,
financial
because
stability.
they'll see themselves as the breadwinner.
Correct. So now, if I ask you, remember, since you're looking at a guy for financial stability, right? Mm-hmm. Your main thing is going to be finances. So now, if a guy was never had a job, or let's say a guy had about 50 jobs in his life, what would that indicate to you? Like he keeps on getting a new job every single week. What would that say to you?
That he's not stable.
Would you marry him?
No.
Okay. So if a woman has a new dude every single week, because a man's looking for, I tell you what a man's looking for. A man's looking for like stability, not financial, but just
Right.
as a partner.
Right.
The reason why a man's looking for a partner that's stable, meaning to say she ain't gonna pick up one day and leave, is because he governs his whole life around her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he goes to work, most like real men.
Right.
A real man goes to work to do what?
To take care.
Take care of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take care of the kids and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's doing all of these. He's hustling, bustling. And then one day you wake up and you're like, I don't feel this. I'm gone.
Right.
He wasted that whole 5, 10, 20 years.
Right.
So he's looking for somebody that's most likely not willing to wake up one day and just waste his time and just walk away.
Yeah, of course.
He put everything in
He
this
put
woman.
effort. Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if she has several partners, that means she has a lack of commitment. She has issues with commitment. You know what I mean? So why would a guy trust that? You know what I mean? A lot of the
Okay, but can't anybody lie about that?
they could.
So how do you trust that?
Well, you can't, right? Like well,
Like someone can say, "Oh, I was only in 5 serious relationships." That's
Yeah.
it. Or I only had 2 relationships.
you could lie, but we're in social media, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you got dudes out there. You walk inside a club and you see like 20 dudes you mess with already. Like, eventually it's gonna come out. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean-
yeah, you could lie if you're I guess, from a place where nobody could find you, right?
No, I mean some people do lie.
Correct. But you would have to go. It's just like, how many times can a guy lie about having a job? Like,
But I do agree. I do agree that eventually it does come out.
it would have to. You know what I mean?
Somebody will see something, somebody will say something, it's going to come out somehow.
Even the behavior patterns, man. If you're walking in there and the girl's like swinging on the chandeliers and all that kind of doing backflips, and it's like, yo, this ain't your first time around. No, it's my first time. Okay. She's naming off a whole bunch of crazy stuff that you ain't never heard of before. You know what I mean? She comes out with Kim Kardashian's fur
Forever.
piece. Yeah, this ain't your first time. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean, man. But see, it's it's funny, but at the same time, I don't think I don't think women understand that. See, I think it comes down to understanding each other's
think so.
genders, right?
Yeah.
Because, for example, let me play you this, and you tell me what you think about this, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I want you to tap that and play it.
All right.
Actually, put it to the mic too.
All right.
A lot of men don't realise, and women will vouch for me, we don't actually say what we mean. We say what we feel. Mic drop.
That's a very because we hear what you say and then we think that's what you mean. Because men speak and think in terms of logic. And if you say something, we assume that's probably what you mean. But what you're saying is that often you might say something that you feel which isn't actually what you mean.
A lot of men don't realise, and women.
Agreed.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay. Explain it to me.
Because I feel like,
Because she did say women say what they feel, not what they mean.
right. So they may say somebody may say something, and
A woman may say something.
a woman may say something, and a guy may not fully understand what the woman is feeling.
Correct.
So I agree with that
Okay.
100%.
Okay, so she's saying what she feels.
Yes.
Now let me ask you this question though, because if she's saying what
But
she
she's
feels,
right, because the guy may not understand, they assume in their head what the woman is trying to say.
yeah,
Right?
they're assuming what
They
she's
don't,
saying.
yeah, they don't really comprehend or understand the feeling behind it.
Okay,
So that makes sense. Yes.
so are men women?
Are men women?
Are men women? No,
You mean emotionally?
period. Anything. They're not. Men are not women. So how in the world are we supposed to comprehend what you're feeling?
By asking.
Why don't you just say it?
But we are saying it, but you're not understanding like maybe what the meaning behind it is. Like
Why don't
I
you-
know I've had conversations with guys and I'll say something.
Yeah. Give me an example.
Like-
Put you on the spot.
Oh no. No, it's just that I'll say something. I can't think of anything at the
Okay.
moment, but I have said something where my friend has been like, just assume that I meant something in a certain way. And I'm like, no, that's not what I meant, but you took it that way. And you didn't really understand what I said. So let me explain to you what I mean.
Okay. Because because what you said is not what you meant. You were explaining what you
Right.
felt. But the slight issue with that is that today you feel one thing. Tomorrow, the exact same question, you're going to feel something else. 6 months from now, you're going to feel something else. So if I ask you, what do you mean? You're going to give me a different answer depending on
You're feeling at the time?
your feeling at the time. So therefore,
Possibly.
so I can never take what comes out of your mouth because it's based on emotion, and emotions are up and down. You see what? See,
But at the same time, you shouldn't assume either.
okay, okay. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, this happens all the time. People assume things all the time.
But how can I? Okay. Okay, let me say this. We have to give examples, right? Let me give you an example. Okay. Okay, let's say hypothetically we're arguing, right? We're arguing, and you told me you felt that I disrespected you. Correct? So now I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't want to do that, right? So how did I disrespect you? And then you say to me, well, you told me I'm a very sweet person. So that disrespected you? Say, yeah. You know why it disrespected me? It's because the ex-boyfriend that I had was very manipulating, and he used to use the word sweet all the time. So it's a trigger. Okay? So now you got triggered by something.
Okay.
Right? And your emotion came out, which was the ex-boyfriend.
Which
Right.
was the trigger. Yeah.
Which was the trigger. So now whatever he got, I'm getting the trigger. But in my mentality, the only thing I said to you, which was genuine, you were sweet. Oh, that was sweet. Okay? Is the onus on me, or is it on you to explain what your emotion is? Because you're the only one that knows your emotions.
It's me. I got to explain to you.
Okay.
And that's
So-
what I said. That's why I said, let me explain to you.
No, you said we don't understand.
No. Remember when I just said
Yeah,
that
okay.
when I said to my friend, no,
I took it the wrong way.
yes.
Oh, you said it the wrong way. Did I take it the wrong way? Because I did not take it the wrong way. You said it the wrong way.
Maybe in my head, I felt like it was the right way.
Okay.
Okay, so then maybe you assumed.
Wow. Okay. Okay. See, this is the problem. I think the problem is that I think it comes down to accountability. I think it comes down to the accountability, because realistically, I've never heard a woman say, you know what? I overreacted. The reason why we're in this mess, the reason why our relationship failed, the reason why there's a lot of misunderstanding is because of me. It's because maybe I had trauma in the past, or maybe I was expressing my emotions instead of my logic. I never heard a woman say that before.
Really?
Never.
Oh, I've done that. I've said that I overthink sometimes because I do.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah, but is that taking accountability though? You
It is,
telling me you
because-
overthink.
Yeah, I overthink and then I overreact and I jump to conclusions. That's not,
Oh, do you say sorry for that?
of course.
That you jump to conclusion.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, if I've done something wrong, I do take ownership for it.
Okay. But you're the first though. You're one of the very few. You're one of the very few. But how come most women don't do that?
Because maybe they feel that they're right.
Okay, so you have a ton of girlfriends, right?
Yes.
Have
Not
you
a
ever
ton,
heard?
but a few, yes.
Have you, majority of your girlfriends that you had in your past, whether they're still there or they're not there no more, have they ever taken accountability for their actions?
The ones that are no longer in my life, no.
Okay. How many in your life that take accountability?
My close friends, yes. So if they've said something wrong or they've misinterpreted something, they will say, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay, you got a pretty decent friend group then.
Oh, I pick my friends wisely.
Okay. Do you have more that had zero accountability than, or more? Which one was more? Do you have more friends that you had to get rid of, or?
I would say I have more friends that do take accountability than don't. And those ones that don't no longer are in my life.
Oh, okay. I don't believe you. You're lying.
No, it's true.
I don't believe you, man. Because whenever I talk to you, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, man. Because whenever I talk to you, like, Malachi, this girl, man, and that girl, man, I didn't do nothing.
Right. But those are the girls that are no longer in my life.
I never heard you tell me about one friend that takes accountability.
Yeah.
Who? You do have what?
I do have a couple, yes.
For your whole life, how many?
I would say 3.
You're 50 years old, and you got 3 women in your whole life that have taken accountability.
Yeah, because I've known them forever. That's why.
Okay. That's not a good ratio.
Yeah, I know it's not.
Okay.
But I also don't have a big circle of friends.
No, but you have encountered hundreds upon women that you from high school to from grade school, went to the same school to high school to college to all the jobs you had.
Yeah.
That's a ton of women, dude.
It is.
And only 3 have taken accountability.
I know it's not a big percentage.
So that's not majority.
I know.
That's the minority. Do you see the misunderstanding though? Okay. And the 3 that have taken accountability, shoot, you've been best friends with them from like what, kindergarten or something like that, right?
Yeah, for a really long time, maybe 20, 30 years.
Any new friends?
New friends, yes.
Out of those 3, how many are new?
2.
How new is it?
Actually, I would say 3.
All 3 of them are new?
Yeah, there's 3 additional that are new. But
no, out of those 3 that take accountability,
yes.
are they new?
Oh no,
You said they're old.
they're old.
So
But I have 3 newer friends.
it's about time before they're gone too. How long they been your friends for?
Let's see.
How long?
Let's see. I would say about 2.5 years.
Oh, they're gone soon. They're usually like a 3 to 5 year threshold.
Let's see.
Oh man, no, but it's a serious thing though, because the amount of times that I've witnessed women just, I don't know, just you didn't do nothing to them, but they just all act funny and everything. I was confused, right? Because I'm like, what'd you do, Pam? What'd you do? So what'd you do?
Meanwhile, I have no idea.
You don't even know, right?
No, I don't even know.
You know why I think that happened? Is because they were operating in their emotions. Because if it was logic, they would have to admit to themselves, Pam never really technically did anything to me. That's logic. But emotion, when Pam said that, when Pam bought the coffee and she forgot to add the extra milk and whatever, she did that on purpose. Why? Because my mom used to do that on purpose too.
Oh my God.
Listen, this is how they think.
This is crazy.
No, isn't this how women think?
I guess this is why I don't have a lot of women in my life.
Hey man, listen, man, we gotta break it down though, because so me and you, like, I know you for about 40 years or something, right? So, but we never had one single argument, one single disagreement. And why is that?
I don't know. We have a good relationship, but I feel like for me, I get along easier with guys than girls.
Because guys are logical.
True. Women are more emotional. That is very true.
Exactly. Women are emotional. You get along better with guys because guys are logical.
Yes.
If you didn't do nothing to them, they ain't gonna act like you did something to them.
It's very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, so what do you want? Do you want somebody around you that's logical or just as emotional as you?
I prefer logical, honestly,
Okay. I'm glad
because
you
the emotional part of it, I just can't handle.
emotions make no sense.
Yeah, a lot of it doesn't.
And here's the scary part about emotions. Since you feel the emotion, the feeling is real.
Right,
But the logic behind that emotion could be false.
right.
And even so, what happens is that a lot of people, and I'm saying women, but realistically, it's a ton of men out there too, right?
Oh, sure.
But a lot of the times when people are acting upon their emotion, they're not acting upon what's actually happening or the logic behind it. They're acting upon the emotion they feel. So if they feel the emotion, it has to be real,
Right.
and they convince themselves that what's happening really did happen. But no, it didn't happen.
No, and then it becomes a whole dramatic thing, which I can't handle.
Listen, man, 70% of dudes that are incarcerated right now, doing time in jail, even life, is because they were overly emotional. They could not regulate their emotions.
Yeah.
A dude that cannot regulate his emotions, that's a very dangerous guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
All these school shooters, emotion.
Yes.
Abusers, like just
There's a lot of mental issues there
yeah,
that
emotions.
stem from who knows how long.
Correct. And they don't know how
To what extent?
to. Because logic would tell you, yeah, I had a rough past, but like the school didn't do nothing to me. These kids didn't do nothing to me.
Right.
It wasn't them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But it's something that triggered.
Exactly. Oh shoot. Okay.
I think we have to end it there because
Exactly. I don't want to trigger nobody right now.
whole another issue.
Shoot, man.